Okay, so this is my makeup tutorial, I guess, for just like a basic stage makeup. So before I've done this, I've obviously put my hair back. It's not greasy, by the way. I've just got back from dance, so it's like really sweaty. It's not greasy. But yeah, I've made sure my face is all clean and I've moisturised my face before. But what you can see is I've just put some tape along, like literally just starting here and going out along my eyes, literally just normal sellotape, because we're going to start with the eye makeup, because if you're gonna mess anything up, it will be this, and it's a lot easier to just, if you have to take it off, not ruin the rest of your makeup. So yeah, you're literally just going to want to put a bit of tape either side of your eyes, and then you can make sure they're even as well, like they're at the same angle. And then I'm literally just going to take some concealer and I'm literally just going to dot it on my eyelids. Foundation also works, so this will just make sure that you have like a lot more pigmentation, so that your eye colour like pops more on stage, if you know what I mean. Okay, yeah, so I don't know how obvious this is going to be. I've literally just blended like a tiny bit with my finger, just like rubbed it across my eyelid, because when we put our eyeshadow on, this is going to pop much more. So I'm literally just going to go in and I'm going to use like this brown shade here. It's like a kind of light brown, and I'm just using like a round eyeshadow brush, and I'm literally just going to get some and like just dab it on my eyes. Oh, it's quite dark. Like just rub it in, pretty much blend it around the eye, kind of like around the crease of your eyelid. And then don't worry about it if it going under here, just blend it out, and then I'm going to do the other side as well. Okay, so I've done both sides now, blended it out a bit more, so as you can see it like kind of highlighted my crease. I'm now going to go in with like a kind of glittery colour. You can't really see it on camera, this one here, it's quite glittery. I'm literally just going to put a bit on my finger, like the tiniest bit. And also, if you're wondering why I'm looking over here, it's because my mirror is like right here, and I'm literally just going to go in the corner of my eye. Okay, it cut off because I got low power mode, but literally just getting like a tiny bit on your finger and just dabbing it like kind of like in the corner. You want to keep it on like the actual lid just to add a bit more depth to it. But yeah, so as you can see, it's kind of created a more like in-depth eye look. Right, so as you can see, I've literally just done a winged eyeliner. I will demonstrate doing my right eye, but literally I've just gone along the edge of my lash line and then I've just brought it out a bit, like about to where my eyebrow finishes. The tape's still on there, so if you go over the tape, it doesn't matter, that's what it's there for. So hopefully it should mean that I have like a nice slick line when it comes off. Right, so I've taken the tape off now. As you can see, we've just got a nice like slick line. If you need to like wipe anything off down there, then go for it. I've also curled my lashes using an eyelash curler just to give them a bit of volume, and I'm basically just going to be putting some black mascara on, and we're going to hope and pray that it doesn't smudge onto my eyeliner. But yeah, and I'm just going to do that the other side as well. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our full face of makeup, and we're going to just start off with some foundation, obviously matched to your specific skin tone, and I'm literally just going to pump some of it. My one I use comes in a little pump thing, so I've literally just pumped some on the back of my hand, and we're going to use a beauty blender, and we're going to ignore the state of mine because it's quite old, and literally just going to take some up. Some people like to wet it before, I personally don't, because I just don't find that very helpful, but there are multiple different ways to put foundation on, and literally what I do is I just dab it along my face like that, and you're literally just going to do this all over your face, just making sure you're getting all the areas all like into your hairline, round by your ears, down your neck especially. A lot of people forget the neck, and then their face and their neck end up being two different shades, and it's not a good look. So you've got to make sure you blend down the neck. So yeah, you are going to look a bit pale and washed out at first, but literally just blending in the jawline. Need a bit more, but blending down onto your neck so that you've got like a good base and you're not gonna look like you've had a mismatched tan. And just dabbing it all around And honestly, if it looks a bit cakey or it looks a bit dodgy, it doesn't matter, because on stage no one's going to be able to see it. All that matters is how it looks from like a long distance away. So yeah. Okay, so from here we're going to go back in with our concealer. This is just personally what I like to do, like this is completely optional, but I'm literally just going to go a bit underneath my eyes, on my chin, kind of like going up here. And again, like placements of where you're putting your concealer really varies from person to person. These are just the places I like to put them. You don't have to do this. And if you've messed up your eyeliner a bit, you can literally just put some just there to create like a little bit more of a defined thing. And yeah, you're just gonna blend them out again with your beauty blender, just like you did the foundation. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get some setting powder. I would recommend getting a translucent one, but especially with dance, like when you're on stage, you're hot and sweaty, this is an absolute godsend, because it's gonna just hold your makeup in place. So where you just put that concealer is really important. If you're putting any extra cream products on, obviously if you didn't, then that's fine, but literally just in areas where you've added extra products, or you know that area of your face is gonna be a bit more sweaty. So for me, my T-zone here, my cheeks, I have quite oily skin, so I'm literally gonna just powder my face. And again, I appreciate up close this is probably not going to look the best, but it really does not matter, because you just want it to stay on. You want to be able to get hot and sweaty and not have to worry about like it rubbing off. And honestly, this is a really smart thing to do. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take like a big, I'm really sorry, I don't know what the brushes names are. I'm just going to take a big like fluffy brush and some blusher, and we're just going to put some on, and we're just going to rub it to like kind of just underneath our cheekbones. I personally don't put too much blush on, just because when I get hot, when I'm dancing, my face goes so red anyway that I really don't need that much. But like I said, again, like the specific placement of where you put it depends on like what sort of look you're going for. But like I said, literally just underneath the cheekbones is good. Just a little bit to just give some colour to your face. And again, if you're putting a bit too much on, it's also fine, because it doesn't have to look perfect, it just has to be so you've got a bit of colour in your cheeks. Alright, so now I've just done my eyebrows, and I've just put a bit of bronzer like just around like the outside of my face using the same technique I used for blush. You don't have to do that, I just personally like doing that. That's what I do, but like I said, that's completely optional, which is why I didn't film it through. But now we're going to move on to lips. So you're going to want to take like, I'm using this like pinky, if I take the thing off and show you, like a sort of pinky red lipstick. What I find best is if you get a small brush like this and just dab a bit on the edge, and then you can like almost use it as a lip liner. I mean, it'd be helpful if I stop talking. Just go around the edge of your lips with it, so that you don't have that sort of fuzzy look when you do it. I'm gonna go do that. Right, okay, I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna try to do this quickly, but I've literally just lined the outside of my lips, as you can see, and now I'm just gonna apply it like a normal lipstick. This is in fact a lip stain, which is great because you don't have to reapply, but literally normal like lipstick works. Right, the last thing I'm doing is I'm literally just getting a setting spray, and I'm just gonna spray my whole face with it, because this will just make sure it lasts the whole day. You can like top up your face with powder, because if you find that works for you, but yeah, literally just spray it and you are done. That is the makeup look. I feel like Molly May, oh my god.